Mount Vesuvius, 79 AD, the destruction of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Location, Italy. Estimated deaths, nearly 16,000. It was a calm summer day in 79 AD when Mount Vesuvius suddenly erupted, sending a deadly column of ash and gas 30 kilometers into the sky. Within hours, a rain of ash and pumice began to fall on the Roman city of Pompeii. People tried to flee, but streets were buried under meters of debris. The air filled with suffocating ash, making it impossible to breathe. Many died from suffocation, while others were instantly killed when pyroclastic flows, waves of scorching gas and rock, raced down the volcano at over 100 miles per hour. Nearby Herculaneum was vaporized in seconds by superheated gas. Centuries later, archaeologists discovered perfect plaster casts of victims frozen in their final agonizing moments, families holding each other, people covering their faces, lovers embracing as death came silently. Mount Pelee, 1902. The day Saint Pierre vanished. Location, Martinique, Caribbean. Estimated deaths, around 30,000. On the morning of May 8, 1902, Mount Pelee unleashed a fury that would erase an entire city. A massive pyroclastic surge, a cloud of burning gas and ash hotter than 1,000 degrees Celsius, swept down toward the coastal town of Saint Pierre. The entire city was destroyed in less than 3 minutes. Ships in the harbor burst into flames. People trying to flee were incinerated before they could reach the water. The temperature was so intense that metal objects melted. Out of 30,000 residents, only 3 people survived. One of them was Luger Silbaris, a prisoner trapped in a stone cell, whose thick walls saved him from the fiery blast. Krakatoa, 1883. The explosion heard around the world. Location, Indonesia. Estimated deaths, around 36,000. In August 1883, the island volcano Krakatoa erupted with such force that it literally tore itself apart. The explosions were so powerful they were heard over 3,000 miles away in Australia and India. The eruptions sent massive tsunamis, some over 120 feet high, crashing into nearby islands. Whole villages were swept away. The sea boiled, and the sky turned black for days. The final blast on August 27th destroyed most of the island and created a massive pressure wave that circled the Earth 7 times. Tens of thousands died, mostly from the tsunamis. Ash from the eruptions spread around the planet, causing blood-red sunsets and lowering global temperatures for years. Mount Tambora, 1815. The deadliest eruption in history. Location, Indonesia. Estimated deaths, around 71,000. Mount Tambora's eruption in April 1815 remains the largest and deadliest volcanic eruption ever recorded. The explosion was so loud it was heard 2,000 kilometers away in Indonesia, and the top of the mountain was blown clean off. The eruption released 160 cubic kilometers of ash, enough to darken the sky across the entire planet. The sun disappeared for days. Villages were buried under meters of ash. Entire islands were left starving as crops failed and water was poisoned. But the disaster didn't end there. The eruption caused the year without a summer in 1816. Temperatures dropped worldwide. Snow fell in June in North America, and global famine killed tens of thousands more. The total death toll is estimated at over 100,000, making Tambora the most catastrophic eruption in human history. Nevado del Ruiz, 1985. The tragedy of Armero. Location, Colombia. Estimated deaths, around 25,000.